Good evening, everybody. Breaking news tonight. Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, could be in his final days holding the Speaker's gavel. Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene filing a motion to vacate the chair to remove the Speaker just as the House passed a $1.2 trillion spending bill that avoids a government shutdown. Conservative and America First Republicans in Congress are rightfully outraged that the so-called conservative Speaker ushered in a massive spending bill to help Joe Biden keep the government open for another full election year. The House of Representatives holds the constitutional power of the purse, and here, Mike Johnson, along with the help of more than 100 other Republicans, and by the way, even more Democrats, filed in to push that bill through, just deciding apparently to cede the power to the Marxist Dems and his good friend, puppet Joe Biden. The bill is a Marxist Dem monstrosity. The bill does nothing to secure the border. It does, however, allocate nearly $1 billion to fund the border security of nations like Jordan, like Egypt, and Tunisia. The funding also gives $10 million to organizations promoting gender castration of children. Think about that. The bill fully funds transgender surgeries at the Pentagon, and it gives $200 million to the FBI for a new headquarters. And now, I guess the only question I might have is, where should we build that thing? Meanwhile, tonight, mounting evidence at the highest levels of U.S. intelligence agencies interfered to protect Hunter Biden from criminal investigation by federal agencies. A whistleblower has come forward telling House impeachment officers that the CIA blocked federal investigators from interviewing Hunter Biden's so-called sugar brother, attorney Kevin Morris. The whistleblower telling the House Oversight Committee that the CIA called 2 Justice Department officials to Langley to inform them that Morris, quote, could not be a witness, end quote, in any investigation into Hunter Biden. This includes the Internal Revenue Service, the Department of Justice investigations as well into Hunter. So who is Kevin Morris? Morris is a Hollywood attorney who met Hunter Biden at a fundraiser for his father back in 2019. But since that meeting, Morris has apparently loaned Hunter more than $6 million. He started loaning money to Hunter just a month after he met them. And this money continued up until 2022. What was Morris paying for exactly, and what was he being paid for? Well, we know, thanks to testimony from Morris, that this money was used to pay off Hunter Biden's back taxes, along with other money that he owed from his divorce and from paternity lawsuits. Hunter also used the generous loan to make car payments and to fly on private jets. According to the New York Post, Morris even paid Hunter Biden's ex-wife and his ex-lover, the stripper who fathered his child. Like many others who've given money to Hunter Biden, Morris may have even paid Hunter to get access to his father. That seems to be a popular approach. Since Biden became president in 2021, Morris has been to the White House 4 times. We know not for what. So why would the CIA stop the federal investigations? Is Hunter Biden a CIA asset for Biden's globalist agenda overseas? Or is the agency working to protect the president from what it knows would be a damning revelation against him? That the Bidens are straightforwardly compromised by the Chinese communists in Beijing. Perhaps it's both. And House Republicans are running out of time to get to the bottom of it all before this election. President Trump, meanwhile, received a nice cash boost today after his media company, Trump Media, had its merger approved by shareholders. The move guarantees that Trump Media, which runs Truth Social, will receive a cash injection through a merger with Digital World Acquisition Corporation, a SPAC. The move could raise Trump's, wealth by several $billion. And wouldn't that be nice? And wouldn't it be timely? But it may not be enough. President Trump is on the verge of losing prized assets and some estates, land and buildings that he spent his entire career constructing. And the Marxist left, the Marxist Dems, are destroying the American dream and our values when they allow New York's pathetic Attorney General Letitia James to proceed on a Marxist Dem crusade against the one man that the Dems know they can't beat. James has filed judgments in Westchester County, which shows she's readying to move to seize Trump's golf course, private home in the country, and President Trump has until Monday to post an outrageous $450 million bond before Letitia James can begin stealing, confiscating his properties. And that is what this is. It is theft. It is corrupt, and it is politically corrupt theft to destroy the leading political opponent of Joe Biden before the election on November 5th. President Trump, writing on Truth Social, in part, quote, "Through hard work, talent, and luck, I currently have almost $500 million in cash, a substantial amount of money which I intended to use in my campaign for president." Turning now to the reality of Biden's America, two dangerous squatters are on the loose after police say they murdered Nadia Vatel's, 52 years old, in her upscale New York City apartment. She suffered blunt force trauma to the head, multiple facial fractures, 2 broken ribs. The suspects stole her Lexus. They fled from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania police didn't run the license plate until the day after the crash. Vatel's body was found in a duffel bag last Thursday by her son. Squatters are becoming a real criminal wave. Well, in Eagle Pass, Texas, a stampede of illegal immigrants breaking through barriers and rushing a border checkpoint in El Paso. Only one word can be used for this. The word is invasion. The Biden administration not only looking the other way, but insisting that everyone else do so as well, even as the president was on the soil of the very state where all of this is happening. Joining us now is Mark Lamb. He is the sheriff of Pinal County, Arizona, a candidate for Senate. And Sheriff, great to have you with us. Let's turn to what in the world. Nothing is improving on that border whatsoever, and yet we don't see this administration doing much to change policies, even as the polls show that Donald Trump is trouncing.
That just shows you the intentionality of all of this, Lou, because they're not changing course, knowing that this is imploding on them politically. They're still staying with it, which tells you this is exactly what they want. And for any American out there that didn't expect to see that type of violent behavior yesterday at the border in Texas, we're kidding ourselves. I mean, the only reason we haven't seen these type of violent altercations is because Border Patrol doesn't have any people out there. They're outmanned and they're busy processing thousands of people every day. If they were out there actually patrolling the gaps in the fence, we would probably see more violent altercations just like this. But Lou, I expect to see these on the rise because guess what? Our federal government will likely not hold any of these people accountable, and it will only embolden more people to come and defy our laws and put our Americans at risk and our law enforcement and military at risk. It's shameful.
It absolutely is. Have you seen any signs of a slowdown in crossing of the border there in Arizona? Any slowdown at all?
Look, I don't know what the federal government, they may say, because we went from, I think, 10,900 or 12,900 to 10,900 the next week. But what we have consistently seen over the last 6 months, Lou, is between 12 and 15,000 apprehensions in the Tucson sector, which is the sector I belong to. Not to mention, this is the leading place for all the gotaways, which should be concerning to every American because with all the military age men coming from all these different countries, the gotaways are the ones that are paying the cartels to come into this country undetected. They're in the camouflage clothes, the carpet shoes. These are going to be your people that might be on the terrorist watch list. These are going to be people that have criminal histories here in America that have been kicked out probably not held accountable when they were here. We sent them back to their country only to have them come back in, or they're people that work directly for the cartels and are furthering the human trafficking and drug trafficking organizations in this country. So, yeah, this is a very concerning. I don't see it slowing down. As a matter of fact, I see it consistently getting worse.
Well, as we are talking, the FBI releasing crime statistics showing declines in the crime rate in cities all over the country, and also leaving wide open, no pun intended, the border issue, which is whatever you want, you get if you were the Mexican drug cartels. The Mexican drug cartels are continued with massive sex trafficking, human smuggling, illegal immigration, bringing in deadly drugs in ever greater stores and distributing it all over the country. And no one in this administration, no one in the Marxist-Dem party, whether it be in state government or whether it be in the federal government, they're not saying a word about it. They are accepting this as the way of life in modern America, Joe Biden style.
Well, they said, Lou, they wanted to reinvent America, and Obama said he wanted to fundamentally transform America. And what better way to do it than to undermine the rule of law? Look, if you don't charge people for crimes, then of course your crime rates go down. But the crime rates are not going down, and Americans are not blind. We see what's going on, but what we see is an administration and a justice system that does not want to hold people accountable, especially if you fit into a certain box that this administration wants you to fit in. They, of course, don't want, they're not charging anybody. And NIBRS, the national crime statistics thing that the federal government forces on all of us in local law enforcement, they can doctor those however they want. But the one thing that they do not have us report is whether people are into this country illegally committing crimes. So that's a statistic you're never going to see, and they do it on purpose.
Without question, everything they do is with a purpose and, as you put it, intentional in every possible way. One of the differences between Arizona, where Sheriff Lamb is, and Texas, is that Texas is trying to stop that illegal immigration. Arizona is wide open, leaving it to their county sheriffs to deal with rising crime rates and obviously an invasion of illegal aliens. At what point would you say, Sheriff, that we reach a critical point in the state of Arizona, and particularly Pinal County?
3 years ago, when this administration took office, we reached a critical point, and it has progressively gotten worse. Look, I'm not trying to be political here, but under the Trump administration, we saw the best results ever for securing our border, and that switched overnight. And we immediately started to see the results of these open border policies, the bad narratives that go on. The reason Texas is having success is because they're taking control of their border, even though it's a small 2-mile section of it. But the verbiage that's going out, the narrative that's going out is they're going to hold you accountable if you come into the state of Texas illegally. And that alone is reducing the flow, which tells you that if an administration has the willpower to change the narrative, we could change the flow. Look, Lou, this is why I'm running for the U.S. Senate. For one, these are problems that I cannot fix on a county level. We've got to fix these on a national level. And I cannot have somebody like Ruben Gallego, who has espoused these same open border policies. He said nothing about them. He's allowed them to happen because he's in Congress now. He wants to be the senator in Arizona. We just cannot have that. We have to have people that understand what it means to put America first and protect America and our borders. And there's no candidate with more experience in doing that than me. And that is why I'm running for the U.S. Senate, because I can't stand on the court and watch the building burn to the ground.
Well, Sheriff, we appreciate you being with us. We wish you the very best of luck in that race, and talk to you soon. Sheriff Mark Lamb.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Up next, Mike Johnson could be on the verge of losing the House speakership. Will it happen? Will it matter? And who was he to begin with? Who will replace him? We'll be taking all of that up and more with Congressman Eli Crane of Arizona. And multi-million-dollar fund manager William Flagg joins us on his decision to ditch Tyson Foods for its decision to replace American workers with illegals. That's straight ahead.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your My Pillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
mypillow.com.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from My Pillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
Welcome back. It's supposed to be a sleepy Friday in the nation's capital. It was anything but. The House of Representatives passing a $1.2 trillion spending bill by a vote of 286 to 134. The passage marks the end of a month-long spending battle, if you can call it that, in which Republicans gained absolutely nothing. Democrats now gain everything. It's a winner for Sleepy Joe, impaired puppet President Joe Biden. The bill now in the hands of the Senate, where it will have until midnight to be passed before the shutdown deadline. Speaker Mike Johnson commending the bill, of course. He claimed it, quote, represents the best achievable outcome in a divided government, end quote. Joining us now on the phone is Arizona Congressman Eli Crane, former Navy SEAL and great American. Congressman, great to have you with us. How do you feel about more Democrat votes for this $1.2 trillion than Republican votes?
Yeah, that's definitely a problem, Lou. I obviously didn't vote for this bill, and I do have a problem with what the speaker said. I think it's disingenuous to say this is the best achievable outcome. It's tough to say that when we were never willing to fight. If you never are willing to fight, you don't know what's possible. I'm not saying even that if we would have fought, Lou, we would have won, but at least the American people would have known that somebody's fighting for them, and that's what they're begging for, Lou. And they don't see much of any of it from the Republican Party, and it's very, very sad and very disappointing to be a part of.
And we've gone from 12 separate appropriations bills down to 6 in this one fell swoop, as they say. $1.2 trillion, just about 75% of the total funding for the federal government in one vote. I mean, how in the world did you all how can you keep finding a leader like Mike Johnson, a Kevin McCarthy? I mean, it's one strain of Paul Ryan after another sullying the speakership, the Republican speakership of the House of Representatives.
These guys that become leaders in the Republican Party, they're representatives of a non-conservative party, and that's just a fact. And so We definitely need to put some of the blame on the Republican Party because there's a lot of factions within the party that do not want to quit spending money we don't have. They're not willing to, take a stand on the border because they're terrified that it might lead to a government shutdown. And, the Republican Party is not only in disarray, but it's very disconnected from not only the American people and what they want, but it's also disconnected from any sense of urgency, of the fiscal cliff that we're going off of the crisis at the border. And it just seems like too much of our party is just willing to continue doing business as usual and not fight for the people of this country.
Right. And this is a 1-2 punch coming one day after the Republican Study Committee, so-called, 170 of your colleagues decided to be a great time with 7 months to the presidential election to start talking about raising the retirement age for Social Security recipients. I have to say to you, Congressman, that's one of the dumbest political moves that the Republicans could have made. And I have no idea what that committee is trying to prove. And then with Mike Johnson, who is also on that committee, committing basically political suicide, Marjorie Taylor Greene making a motion to vacate the chair and to replace him. There doesn't seem to be any urgency to it, but it seems very clear the conservatives mean to get rid of this pathetic disappointment as a leader for the Republicans in the House.
Well, Lou, first, let me take that one at a time. I'm not on the Republican Study Committee, but I agree with you. I think that was a very, very poor timing to release, their budget and all the implications that has going into an election. As far as Marjorie Taylor Greene and her motion to vacate, I didn't get a chance to talk to Marjorie Taylor Greene about that, but I'm definitely open to the conversation. And it would be hard after the last several months watching Mike Johnson surround himself with individuals who are unwilling to fight, who continue to want to kick the can down the road, who continue to, give him excuses why we can't fight now, why we have to wait till later. It would be really tough for many of us to save him. And I think the only reason that we would even consider doing it is because we're concerned that the other options would be worse. I'll be honest with you, Lou, there's not going to be any, getting an Andy Biggs or a Bob Good or a Scott Perry or a Matt Rosendale type, in that chair, in that speaker's chair with the conference that we have. And so you have to also look at, okay, could the situation get worse? And I know it's hard for the American people to even fathom that. But I do think that there are worse choices in this conference for speaker that, could get quite a few votes.
Well, I take your point, and it's entirely rational and understandable. It's also a very sad commentary about the leadership potential of the Republican conference, and we will take that up as the days and weeks progress here as we hurtle toward Election Day, November 5th. Congressman Eli Crane, always great to talk with you. Thanks so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to do so, and safe travels. Up next, a major company has plans to fire foreigners at the same time that they're laying off American citizens. This story has been repeated over the decades in this country, but people apparently are just very near having had enough. We'll talk with someone who is now taking a stand and setting an example. Please join us each and every day, 7 days a week, for my podcast, The Great America Show, available at LouDobbs.com, wherever you get your podcast. We're coming right back. Please stay with us.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow, towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
mypillow.com.
Tyson Foods, the object of a great backlash in this country for its hiring plans and what it is doing. Tyson Foods plans to hire 42,000 asylum seekers after closing plants and laying off American workers. About 1,200 Americans have been given pink slips, and this is devastating for a community in which those plants are important sources of employment. And Tyson Foods, apparently, without a care in the world. Tyson's saying it expects Americans to basically take it lying down. But some people, and notably William Flagg, are taking a stand. Flagg is the chief executive officer, the co-founder of the $79 million American Conservative Values Fund, and he is divesting from Tyson to send a message that Americans aren't going to take any more of this. Flagg is with us tonight, and William, thank you for being with us. I want to first of all just say to you, thanks for taking a principled stand, expressing your values and living up to them. Not always seen in this country right now when it comes to investment.
Well, thank you for having me on your show and for your support and encouragement. I appreciate that. The fund that I run is focused on its investment thesis is avoiding companies that are politically active, either intentionally or unintentionally. The belief is that they are not maximizing shareholder value if they're focused on, say, the political beliefs of the CEO or something along those lines. So these are companies we want to avoid. And we also are politically conservative. Our shareholders are politically conservative investors, and we pay attention to the issues of the day. Currently, one of the hottest issues is the open border. And, I think Tyson, not only are they firing Americans, hiring migrants, it's a signal to, keep coming across the border.
It's a tremendous signal. and really stunning when we're talking about 84,000 jobs here. Did you contact the company? Did you have any kind of conversation with them about what strategy they're following and why?
No, not on this particular issue. We we don't have a personal relationship with the company.
Right. So as we look at this, I mean, how do you interpret it? They are taking jobs for people who are, by the way, many of them green carders, apparently. I don't know what percentage, but they are legal, permanent residents in the country. Some of them are illegal aliens. We know that just simply from the statistics of illegal immigration in this country. But we also have citizens at work in Tyson Foods, and they are apparently to lose their jobs to those who have been brought in under the Biden probation parole. It's really quite a mess that the Biden administration has made, and it's destructive of American interests, right?
Well, to say the least, and it's not Democrat or Republican issue at this point. I mean, according to Pew Research, 80% of Americans, adult Americans, are concerned about the border. So it's an issue that strikes across both sides of the political spectrum. And with how big this issue is, it really surprises me that Tyson's management kind of blundered into this. And now that we're boycotting them, others are, and this could turn into a Bud Light or a Target type thing for them. It's a disaster for their shareholders, and I'm happy that we sold, and I'm protecting my shareholders from that.
And as you look at this as a boycott, divestiture, and we're seeing more expression of political judgments and values, whether it be, as you said, Bud Light, whether it be Tyson Foods, Target, whatever the organization. We're also seeing some steadfast commitment to boycotts and making political judgments. And I think corporate America is paying attention. I just can't tell how much of corporate America is paying how much attention. Can you?
Well, that's a good point. So we've been managing this ETF for almost 3.5 years at this point. We start with large cap U.S. companies, and we boycott, we remove from the portfolio the companies that we think are most hostile to conservative values. Obviously, Tyson is now on that list of 37 companies, and that represents about 25% of the S&P 500. And I do agree that it seems like corporate America is paying attention. I think they have in the past, when an issue burns them, so to speak. But we haven't been organized to the extent to keep the pressure sustained on them, and then they just kind of go back to their old ways, if you will. So I think the pressure is sustained at this point, and I think the behavior is starting to get better. Long way to go.
The culture wars are also transcending the private marketplace. We're also talking about the public marketplace, and in particular universities and colleges, where we have seen DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, nonsensical Marxist nomenclature for what is straightforwardly destructive intentions on the part of the Marxists in this country to destroy everything from the family to meritocracy itself, and to begin anew with anything but a constitutional republic. To what degree do you pay any attention to universities that, for example, like Harvard University, where they have simply, frankly, condoned plagiarism so long as it's in the elites and those who are committed to DEI, or whether it is bigotry and anti-Semitism in the case of Harvard, without response, without recourse, without any kind of action taken that would be appropriate in a decent society.
That's troubling. I mean, as it pertains to managing the fund, we're only looking at large cap U.S. companies.
Right.
DEI is a huge concern there. I'd say that's one of the areas where companies perhaps are starting to make some improvement. And it's, meritocracy. We only want the best workers in the best positions at the companies we own. Seems pretty intuitive. I'm surprised, we are where we are. I'm a parent of 2 college-age kids and 1 senior high school, and it's scary. I'm almost happy they're older. Wish they were a little older, because it's scary, the indoctrination that's going on.
It is scary, and it's scary that and I have grandchildren and who are approaching, many of them, school age, college age, and to think what they face right now. It should be a moment of great celebration, and it's one of great caution and concern for parents and grandparents, because we know not what they're going to encounter. And we know that there are far too many dangers in what should be a university setting, and a great time of growth and development and intellectual curiosity and really immense hope for the future. Instead, we're in a difficult time, a time fraught for all of us in this country who care about it deeply, as obviously William Flagg does. I want to just say again, William, thank you very much for being with us, and thanks for your response to Tyson Foods. It means a lot, I'm sure, to most of the audience of this show, certainly. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me on the program, and you're a leader in the politically conservative movement, and keep fighting, and I'll keep fighting as well.
You have a deal. Thanks so much, and we'll check in with you as the weeks progress here. Thanks so much, William Flagg. Coming up next, chaos unfolding as a Black Lives Matter mob chases and then threatens attendees at a Kyle Rittenhouse speech. Kyle Rittenhouse joins us here next to tell us more about what happened and why in the world this young man should have to put up with this nonsense from anyone, but certainly why should he put up with it from Black Lives Matter? We'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your My Pillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
mypillow.com.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our My Pillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Pillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from My Pillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
Welcome back, and more breaking news after weeks of considerable media speculation as to where Kate Middleton has been. The Princess of Wales releasing a video today telling the public that she is being treated for cancer.
It has been an incredibly tough couple of months for our entire family, but I've had a fantastic medical team who've taken great care of me, for which I'm so grateful. In January, I underwent major abdominal surgery in London, and at the time, it was thought that my condition was non-cancerous. The surgery was successful. However, tests after the operation found cancer had been present. My medical team therefore advised that I should undergo a course of preventative chemotherapy, and I'm now in the early stages of that treatment.
And she thanks everyone for their love and support and asks for privacy for the sake of her family. And our very best wishes to her, of course, and to the royal family. BLM is on the rise in this country, just in time for arguably the most critical presidential election in American history. Who can forget the summer of 2020, this summer of love, they called it, these violent criminal thugs of BLM, Antifa, destroying communities, burning buildings, looting stores, and in some cases, killing people, all in the name of justice for George Floyd. Kyle Rittenhouse was at the forefront of BLM's violence. He took to the streets to defend Kenosha, Wisconsin, when the town was being overrun by the mob.
Watch out, bro. Hey,
Nearly 4 years later, Kyle is still fighting against the BLM radicals. A few nights ago, a violent BLM mob took to the University of Memphis to shut down a Turning Point USA event featuring Kyle Rittenhouse. He was speaking there. Here he is. No peace, they yelled. Well, how about that? Then after the event was over, those thugs chased and heckled conservatives who were leaving the venue. The BLM mob could be seen spitting on the cars of some attendees as they left. You can see some of that video on your screen right now. The mob even reportedly obstructed traffic in the vicinity, and just as Black Lives Matter was able to run wild and sow chaos over the Memphis campus, with the help, of course, of the Marxist dim establishment, we're learning the same thing has occurred again. Turning Point USA, by the way, is not taking this lightly. They are alleging now that the University of Memphis officials actually tipped off these local punk mobsters with details of the event. Turning Point USA says the university officials deliberately tried to sabotage the Rittenhouse event. And the group's leader, Charlie Kirk, announcing on X he will be calling on lawmakers in Tennessee to investigate the incident. He also hinted Turning Point may sue the University of Memphis for violating Turning Point's First Amendment rights. Well, joining us now to react to this, what happened on that bastion of freedom of speech, the University of Memphis, is Kyle Rittenhouse. And Kyle, nobody knows the dangers of BLM like he does. He's the author of Acquitted, and he joins us now. I'm delighted to say you weren't hurt, and we are grateful for that. I know that everyone is. Give us your reaction to living through that madness again, years later.
Well, Lou, thank you for having me, and absolutely. What happened was I was invited by Turning Point USA, one of their student chapters, to come speak at Memphis University. And I accepted that offer and went down to Memphis, brought my security team with me. And Turning Point USA has a ticketing system that they have been using for a long time now. It's tested, it's proven, and it works. It's used to vet people and make sure that people aren't going to show up to an empty room, because if the university had control, like what ended up happening, events like what happened in Memphis will happen more. So what happened was the University of Memphis revoked Turning Point USA's ticketing system and implemented their own. And we have private messages showing that they let the protesters and demonstrators know that, hey, go ahead and get your tickets, and before anybody else can, making me show up to a room full of people who don't like me and who were screaming and chanting and being disrespectful, acting like children. A lot of misconceptions and honestly things coming from that event are such as I stormed off stage or I was booed off stage. I was scheduled to speak for 30 minutes. I set a timer on my phone and I spoke for about 30 minutes. When my timer went off, I gave my security team the signal and we left. And the reason we did that and I didn't give a closing to my speech or to my Q&A is because there was so much madness going on at that event that we were scared that if I would have let them know, hey, I'm leaving, they would block the roads and barricade me into the building. So we wanted to have the upper hand to leave on our own time schedule, not theirs.
Was there anyone there supportive of you at all? Or did the university just turn out the radicals? I'm sorry?
The university turned out a majority of the radicals. We were able to get like 5 or 6 supporters in, but they wouldn't let any of the other Turning Point people in. I ended up going to an after event where at somebody's house to give them a speech of all patriots from the Turning Point USA chapter, and we filled the entire house with people who weren't invited into the venue.
Unbelievable. And to think that this is going on. Now, Charlie Kirk has made it pretty clear. He's thinking about suing these people. And I for one, would support him 100% of the effort. It looks like the university carried out an effort to actually put you in danger and to destroy the event. It's outrageous.
Absolutely. The university censored not just me, but they censored Turning Point USA and their students and discriminated against them and not allowing them to exercise their rights to come and watch me speak. Instead, they took over the ticketing system and made it to where I spoke to a crowd of people who would have been welcome to come in if they would have booked with Turning Point's ticketing system, and they could have had an honest dialogue with me and a conversation, but they just were interested in being rude and disrespectful.
Rude and disrespectful. I have to say the videos suggest that they were also being very threatening to a lot of people, not just simply you. And by the way, those people didn't have security. I'm sorry, say that again?
It's upsetting to see because I've seen the videos that have come out of this. They chased the students from Turning Point into the parking garage, attempted to block off the parking garage. They had to be escorted by law enforcement to get to their vehicle safely because they were threatening to, quote, kill conservatives. That's not right. That's not freedom of speech. That's threatening to harm somebody.
The ignorance of Memphis University here is palpable. Have you received an apology from the president of the university, from anyone at all there, for what they created, obviously?
I haven't received an apology from the university or anybody at the university, and I won't receive an apology from them because they don't care. They had the event go exactly how they wanted to try to implement fear into conservatives on campus. And that's exactly what they did. They tried to put fear into young conservatives' heads.
So how many conservatives would you say are on that? I really don't know even the size of the Memphis University. How many students at the university?
I'm not sure how many students the university has. I know from experience that a lot of these crazies that came out there to protest against me and harass Turning Point people is a very small minority of people. A majority of people have the same values and they may disagree with us, but they aren't like these people who are being violent and chasing people down.
So you think they're more aligned with the BLM mobs than they are with mainstream America?
I wouldn't say that a majority of the campus is aligned necessarily with the BLM mindset and crowd. I would say that a majority of the people are either too scared to come out politically as conservative or independent, or they just simply don't care and just want to get an education.
You know, it's a shame. I think Republicans are going to have to think about creating a Republican, a very serious Republican organization on campus, whether we call it the Republican Organization for Truth and Free Speech, whatever it might be. But the Republicans need to have a response to this.
There are organizations like that.
Tell me about them, if you will.
So like Turning Point USA, they have student chapters at many different universities. That's who invited me out. Right. University of Memphis, Turning Point USA, which is a young conservative organization at the Memphis. Right. And there are organizations like that. People are just either too afraid to join or they're focused on other things.
Right. Well, we're delighted that you stood up to the mobs once again. We're also sorry that you had to. We think that you lead an exemplary life of principle and speaking your mind for the good of the Republic. Kyle Rittenhouse, we thank you always. Come back soon. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Bill.
Before we go, here's a lesson for the Marxist Dems. If you're going to embrace radical beliefs like the idea that males should be using female locker rooms and playing female athletes instead of, where you belong, it's going to cost you now. Planet Fitness is learning the hard way. The fitness chain lost over $400 million in market value after siding with transgender activists over one of their members, Patricia Silva. Silva had photographed a biological male using the female locker room. For trying to expose this creep, Planet Fitness revoked her membership and they chose woke. And now they may not be broke, but they seem to be going broke. We'll see what happens. Please join us each and every day for my podcast, The Great America Show, available at LouDobbs.com, wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for being with us every weekday evening, Monday through Friday, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. The Lindell Report is coming up next. Mike Lindell is ready to take it away, and I certainly don't want to slow down the process. Thanks for being with us. God bless you, and good night.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your My Pillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our My Pillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Pillow products. And